The negotiations are done. Stevie has a new contract with Motown, and we are here. And the first album under this new contract is signed, sealed, and delivered. It was dropped on August 7th, 1970. So if you are a Stevie fan, and there were plenty, you had two live albums, and then you had this one. If you purchased the Live at the Talk of Town, then you already knew this was coming. This was probably already playing on the radio anyway. But yeah, here we are. And if you were at the UK concert, you definitely heard this. But yeah, this is the beginning of the classic phase of Stevie Wonder. This album is okay. It kind of has some moments on it, but I think the one after this one is where we really start to take off, and you start to really see Stevie explore and do a lot of things that we come to know him as, including some of the instruments that he picked. But overall, Never Had a Dream Come True, which was okay. That was one he did on that he did live on the last album. We Can Work It Out is really one of the best songs on here outside of the title track. It is a Beatles remake, and many Beatles fans actually say this is the better version of that song, but he absolutely kills it. I love the way he rearranged it, the way the instruments are done. It has very, very high energy, and you could tell Stevie was really all into his version of that song. Of course, you had Signed, Sealed, Delivered. I don't really need to talk about that one all that much. You should already know about it, but very, very good. I love that in the hook there's a bit of a gospel type approach that he has that isn't really present on most of the other ones, but it really adds to the song. Those are those little nuances that I tend to like. Heaven Help Us All, which was okay. You Can't Judge a Book by its cover. Fine. Sugar is okay. Don't Wonder Why. Aight. Anything You Want Me to Do, okay. I Can't Let My Heaven Walk Away, which is really good. And this one stood out to me the most because Stevie doesn't really use his falsetto all that much. And on this one and a couple of other songs, I think Joy Takes Me Over, Stevie was really using his falsetto, but not in a way where he was actually singing in a falsetto, but more of those power vocals, those punches towards the end when he's really trying to deliver the message and bring a song home. And he really, really did it well, and it really takes that song over the top because prior to that, it was average at best, but I think the falsetto approach that he took towards the end really took that one home. And then it ended with I Gotta Have a Song and Something to Say, which is fine as well. So overall, I think this was a fairly average album by Stevie, but he has full control now. You can also kind of hear him, take different approaches with just vocally and with how some of the songs are written and arranged. And it's one of the things that I've really noticed about Stevie, and we'll get into that on where I'm coming from, which is up next. But it's very interesting. But yeah, I think Motown should be happy because this album did well for them, and Stevie is off and running. So we'll talk about where I'm coming from next.